Hello, everyone, and welcome to Out of Combat, our little after show. As we are here with Mac and Cheese, please. We're here with Virtual Spectre and me, Maximus Rake. We're after episode 13 this evening. So you all had you're in a very interesting place. I'm interested to see what you think about it. Like, what do you think it is? Like, what have you gotten yourselves into?
I
think it's like a magical, so I immediately, my brain went to those amazing structures you see in Thailand,
Oh, yeah.
I thought of that immediately, but overcome by jungle and whatnot, and just totally abandoned, but super magical and trapped. And the whole thing to me is one big trap. I thought that the original scuffle was an optical illusion, that we were going to fall into a pit void or something, I didn't think that it was real.
Interesting. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, some ancient place where, I don't know, ancient arcanists hung out. I think it was there well before the continents broke up. I think because the what is it, Zindal, our little weird guy, said something about that. I think.
Yeah, and he said when the world broke apart before that kind of thing.
Yeah, like he was
around.
Get that.
So
he's that old, which means the structure's probably old. I don't think he's Hayden does not think he is a reliable guide or a reliable source of information at this point. He just is not all there, and there's no reason that we should believe anything he says at face value, because he could just be in his own delusional world where, I mean, the thing you revealed to Cooter, what she remembered about a Nothic is what it is?
Yes, yeah, Nothic.
That they're so twisted that they don't even remember who they used to be. Most of the time, I guess. So if that's the case with this guy, who knows who he is, how long he's actually been there, whether or not he's actually telling the truth about not coming to the library. Hayden's like, this is weird, man.
I kind of took it as he knows everything about the arcane that he has studied, it's almost like a hapstance of he's gone crazy mad because he knows too much, like as soon as you break the veil, it's over, like a Matrix vibe, And so I feel like he's kind of cracked in that sense, but he's still truthful in what he's telling us. Is kind of like you can trust him, but you can't trust his actions, but you can trust what he's saying. It's I guess the vibe that I kind of got, but I think it's important to have people that are cautionary on all sides, because if too many people are trusting, then that gets the party in trouble. you know.
You're in a weird position with this guy, based on the information that like what Cooter had gotten from her role is that, is he, because can you remember some things? Are these things made up? Did he read them somewhere? Who knows what he's saying and how it got that info.
I mean, if you couple that with what these whispers have been saying in everybody's brains, it's talking all day about trickery, things not what they seem, secrets here and there. It's okay, well, how much of this place is exactly what we're seeing or what we think we're seeing? How much of it is we've stepped into an illusion? Is this guy deceiving us? Is he capable of that, or is he just completely nuts and he believes everything he says, but is just so brain broken at this point? Who knows?
Speaking of the whispers, I'm curious, you as players, what do you think that is? Just curious what's in your brains at the moment.
As a player, I
Yeah.
think it's like habstance of the land, like there like something big went down here, and it's like I think it's like I don't think it's an alive person whispering to us. I think it's just like the mystics of the land
Mhm.
like whispering to us, telling us that like almost like a forewarning of like magic is still lingering even years past, like
Mhm.
I don't know. Just kind of my thought on it.
I'm on a similar train of thought, although my first instinct was when our ship approached, we pierced some sort of bubble, like some sort of barrier where
Mhm.
there's
Mhm.
some lingering ancient magical presence. I don't know if it's the will of the land, like you were saying, or if it's
Mhm.
something tied to that location that we're at now.
Yeah.
That mm, it just seemed like we crossed some sort of plane to where it's able to enter our minds, whatever it is, a, a spirit, an ancient being. There's something that's aware of we're there and is able to actively infiltrate our minds at seemingly like miles away. So
Yeah. I think it's kind of cool though, because like I've been trying to like pick up spells from Taj that are very like mind bendy, or like they can read your mind, or they can alter and change stuff.
Mhm.
Very like specifically trying to pick up those types of spells. And so I think like having something in the air that's like reading minds and stuff. Um, I think Taj like as a player, like me as a player, but as Tasha character, I think she welcomes it. She's excited about it. She's not afraid of it. Like it's not a bad thing,
Mhm.
That's kind of how I
mm.
see it.
She doesn't see it as like a
Where
threat or like something that could harm
no,
her.
no, not
Mhm.
at all. It's like, oh, like this is cool. Like there's more of us kind of vibe. Because like, well, I kind of have alluded that like Taj's stuff's bullshit. It's like not though. Like she wants you to think it's bullshit, but like
Mhm.
it's not. It's not bullshit. It's not bullshit. No.
I will say too that those whispers happened in a specific order for sure. There was a reason of the
Oh,
order of in which it happened. I won't reveal that because it's for you all to figure out. But it
I can
wasn't
take a
random.
stab.
Sure.
Uh, who was first? Was it Cooter?
no,
Mhm.
it was Emmy, wasn't it?
It was
Emmy.
Cooter.
Oh, it was Cooter.
I believe so.
And then me, and then Emmy, and then you? Or did Azric go?
I was the last one that got one.
He was the last one. Gromke was before Aiden. And then it was Azric Azric was before Emmy.
I think it's probably based on like intelligence or like constitution or something. Cause
Yeah.
like looking at my numbers, like my intelligence and con are really high. And
Mhm.
so like so that would mean Cooters has really high numbers too. It's like my guess. And
Yeah,
then it's in order of that.
I was thinking like proclivity for like magic. Like it clearly contacted those who have some uh, measure of arcane ability first, because Hayden was the last one that got
You have any
anything.
magic or no?
No,
Mm-mm.
None.
and the
Oh.
Gromke was before me, and I don't know if he has. I mean, I think he's a ranger, so he has some magic.
Oh yeah, he casted that portal spell.
That was, I think, a
Or was that
racial feature,
ability
right?
of his
That's an
body?
ability.
Class
Yeah.
feature.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
Rangers do have spells. They're
Yeah.
for this particular setting, they are primal casters.
So they're like rangers are kind of in this similar to Arcanist, where they're like they have spells, but they're not like a full caster.
Yeah, they're like a half caster or
Yeah.
like a quarter caster. I forgot like the delineation of which those are.
Which makes me wonder then, was Emmy before Gromke?
Mm-hmm.
Or like right
Yes.
before Gromke?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as a player, I'm thinking it's what the characters that have the most connection to the arcane were first in my mind. Or it could be tied to intelligence too, but um, uh, druids are wisdom based
Mm-hmm.
casters.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think it's who among our crew are like, I guess, more magically inclined. But then I would
Magic-y.
think you would have been first, being a wizard. But I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
You'll have to talk amongst yourselves and see what you can come up with.
Or Max could talk amongst us with your
Yeah.
planning, you know.
We
That's
gotta
what's-
figure out what we're gonna do about being upside down and a robot gonna hit us with something.
That's y'all's problem. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
You're
because you
there
will be
too.
here next week. That's what I find so interesting about this place, because there is so much possibility for like lore and like for you to learn things about the world from like long ago. There's like so many like layers of the onion to peel back, and it's exciting that, you know, being in a place where you can actually dig into some of that stuff.
Mhm.
That's what I enjoy.
Well, Max, let me ask you this, because this place, I don't know if our community I don't know if it's been said in past episodes yet, but this is still the same world as campaign 1, but we're in the
Yes.
future now, right?
Yeah, it's 60 years in the future from campaign 1.
60 years.
Yeah, on the other side of the globe somewhere.
Mhm.
And I think we said super early on that this part of the world was originally founded by people from the continent from campaign 1.
Sure.
It's just they lost all connection with them for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And they just stayed and settled. So
this place is very well like could have been a part of campaign 1 in a way. Like it's
potentially,
just on the other side of the world, or it like what we're learning about it, or what we could learn about it could just like, I don't know. There's like more lore to be found
yeah,
within the world.
there are reasons why no one here made it back, like to go
To
back,
the other.
and there's reasons why no one else came this way again, kind
And
of
found
thing.
it. Yeah.
Mhm. There are reasons.
That's cool. That's cool.
Mhm. So more layers of the onion to peel back. So
So many
lots of cool stuff.
onions.
yeah, I know. I don't even like onions. I
I don't even like onions either. Gross. No.
need a better
Yeah.
analogy.
What else can we peel back? Like tomatoes? Or no, I don't know. We're not peeling tomatoes.
I don't know what else has layers like that.
Lettuce. I don't know. Bananas. Peeling the banana. I don't know.
Cabbage.
Yeah.
Cabbage.
This world's a big cabbage.
That's right.
We're all just eating it. No, I don't know.
It's coleslaw.
So, how did you feel, Max, when you were playing the like creepy character person? Because that like really drew me in. And
Mhm.
one of our audience members in chat had even commented like what you're doing is amazing. Like, oh my gosh, like it's so unhinged. I feel like it's the character, you know?
Yeah, like I honestly, because it, like I don't want to say like I'm a method actor or anything like silly like that, but like to do that kind of weird stuff, like you kind of have to get weird,
You
right?
gotta
To
get
kind
weird.
of to get that stuff out. And it was weird. Like I
It was
felt
perfect,
like I
though.
felt a little like unhinged, like having to do that stuff because it's not
Yeah.
natural. It's not normal, so you kind of have to get a little weird. But
I just picture you like practicing, like as you're brushing your teeth or whatever. You're just like
yeah,
getting weird with it.
I I had an idea for that specific character on like why they were there, like what their goals are, like a loose like personality. But I think like in my initial like conception, like it wasn't gonna be that far unhinged. But I think kind of like in the moment and like how things were going, I was just like kind of like went for it. And I think it worked. I think
it worked.
So
we should have submit you for like a streamy or like I don't know an Emmy. But it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
You heard it, chat. Go submit me for a streamy. I don't know.
Yeah, best performance. I don't know. I'm not sure what the
Hey,
categories
if they have
are,
a
but
D&D
there's
category,
something. There's gotta be.
Let's do it.
I'm a little jealous because like I like trying to get into the character as much as I can too, but at the time we play, it's like late in my house.
Yeah.
So there's moments where like we're in an action sequence or something's happening, and I really want to like yell or like do something in the moment that's like required for that, like the emotion that's required. But like I had to like tamp it down a bit because I don't want to like wake up the whole house because it like we're talking it's like 11 12 in the morning. It's 1:30 now for me, so like I totally get where Max is coming from. Like it's so much fun to really try and become a character. We did a little bit of that in the first campaign.
Yeah, for sure.
Me and you
for sure. That was our streaming winning performance if we had gotten nominated. But no, I feel the obvious solution is just move further west.
Obviously,
that'll take care of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. West Coast, best coast.
Yeah, a solution. Yeah.
But no, I think that with that sort of like limitation outside your control, it kind of does work for Hayden because he's the mysterious, like even keeled, like kind of rogue in this case. So I think that if you do get a chance to kind of break out, that will have like a lot of weight behind it because Hayden's pretty even keeled most of the time. So if there's a reason for it, then you know it's serious. I
think he did it like he let loose once in an early episode when he was about to die. I think like I was sitting on like 1 HP or something, and it was in the right after the battle, and I was like, if there was any moment Hayden was gonna lose his cool, like,
yeah,
it'd be then. But yeah, he's. There's a lot you don't know. The party doesn't know about him, and it's cool. And I don't want it any other way.
There's a lot the party doesn't know about each other too. Everybody has secrets.
Everybody, yeah. We're still so new in the campaign that we really haven't like dove into backstories and like why we're even together in the first place. You know, like. I say it every dang time, but I know Cooter is a little grandma with some secrets. Like she knows some shit and she needs to let loose. Like I know she knows, you know?
And I think we're getting to a point like in the campaign where you haven't like necessarily cemented a place in the world, but you have kind of a foothold. Like you've kind of picked a direction where you want to go, like going to Pirate Island, getting a pirate ship, like doing some of these things that you're kind of like getting a foothold in a certain part of the world. And I think that once that kind of initial hurdle happens, then that's when afterwards you can start, you know, peeling back the tomato or what like we were saying about peeling back the layers and starting to get into some of that nitty gritty character stuff. It's just, you kind of have to establish, you know, your party in the world, which I think that you're doing.
I'd say we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Still early enough where at least I can say from a character perspective in Hayden's mind, it still feels to him like a team up of convenience.
Yeah, I agree.
Because what else are they going to do right now? They've caused trouble in multiple places, so we might as well stick together.
Because I have to be. Or, like I feel like at any time,
everybody, but
like I feel like at any time, like Azric and Taj are just gonna leave and be like, "All right, guys, bye." Like,
Yeah.
we don't need you anymore. Like,
Yeah,
we're
and
gonna go do our own pirate thing.
and I think too that it's not too hard to find that common thread now, because even though you're not in the world yourselves as players, like you're kind of have this tenuous like bond, but you all have already been through some shit together. And I think in a lot of ways that's enough to sort of to bind people together, where it's like, yeah, I didn't know you before, we've just been kind of getting along, but it's like y'all have seen some shit together and y'all have had some hard battles together, and I think that sort of kinship is a good foundation for any like group of people to kind of stay together for a reason. But
Yeah. It will
For
be
sure.
interesting to like see like people's I don't know, like safety is not the right word I'm looking for, but just kind of like this, like they get more, as they get more comfortable, like they start sharing more and like
Letting down their guard a little
letting
bit.
down their guard and just kind of like really seeing why every person is like part of the group, you know? Like one thing I really appreciated about campaign 1 was like everybody kind of got their moment, you know? And I'm like interested to see what our moments are right now. Like right now we're just pirates and we owe a debt to some penguin lady, you know, like but like we aren't like going toward a goal really at the moment, you know. So I'm interested to see how that unfolds and when that unfolds, because I think the timing is important too.
Yeah, and it all depends on like what the group wants to do, like how they want to leave their impact on the world too. Because you know, at some point, y'all are gonna have to pick a lane, or you'll get dropped in one probably. Because that's how, I mean, you know as well. You know that's how I run the world. Things happen whether you guys are in it or not. So,
Hayden
but with
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. I was gonna go to something. I was gonna go to something else. So yeah, feel free, jump in.
I was gonna say Hayden is a little disappointed that he didn't get a good chance to hang out on Pirate Island, though.
We'll be back. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Y'all be back because y'all got to get your ship refitted and all that stuff. So
yeah.
Well, I did have one last thing I wanted to say. Only if you're willing to share, what was Hayden's like little secret or like thing that no one else knew that you told Max? I'll tell you what Taj's was if you want to say yours, but if you don't want to say yours, no pressure.
I'm gonna preempt that because I know all of them, and some of those secrets were softballs compared to some other people and what they told me. So,
okay.
So I'm gonna
softball then.
I'm gonna leave a little bit of mystery, because I think that's a good jumping off point for the characters to talk about that, because they all heard him say stuff, and you know, they all heard him refer to things that maybe are not necessarily out in the open for other people. So, but that's a good conversation starter in a group.
I struggled with what to reveal. What I did reveal, I think, could be interpreted as a softball thing, but it has some ties to some other secrets.
It's not a softball.
I think I threw a softball then because I didn't know what to write, so I just wrote like something that was like really obscure. That I think, like for me, I was thinking of like, well, what's something they wouldn't expect from her? So
but
that's like the route I went.
I didn't have my notebook, so I don't remember everybody's. So.
I'll say that potentially they'll come out after you guys are out of danger. I hope so anyway, because those are some low hanging fruit for y'all to jump into some backstory stuff. But with that, what did you all think about some of the little tidbits of secrets that the Nothic kind of brought out, and what do you think about this weird magical place? But with that being said, thanks for watching. Check out the next episode, and we will see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.